Our guest is Dr. John Henry Clark, professor of African World History at Hunter College. Dr. Clark spoke at the University of Texas at Austin in November 1973 under the auspices of the university's African and Afro-American Research Institute. Dr. Clark is introduced by Dr. John Warfield, associate professor and director of the institute.
In the annals of all people, we find certain men and women who've been willing to stand any appreciable distance from the herd in order to speak the truth to their own people and to the world. And they have often done that against great obstacles and great adversity. And we're privileged today on this campus to have with us one of those people who has been willing at times when it was unpopular to speak the truth regarding the civilization of man. And within that effort, to place African people in the proper perspective as we look at that civilization in history.
I think I'll begin by questioning the title of my lecture. What do you mean by New World? Inasmuch as the new information on the pre-Columbian presence of the African in the New World tends to prove that there were Africans in this side of the world, in South America and the West Indies, but particularly in the West Indies and parts of South America, as early as 500 BC. And the reading of Christopher Columbus's diary will prove that, according to his own accounts, and he was no friend of the blacks, that he found Africans in the New World doing business with Indians and using minted West African coin. And that when many of the Spanish conquistadors, especially those who went to the area that is the Panama Canal, they found small black colonies with the Indians in South America. And in a work by Walter Van Werthner, dealing with terracotta and sculpture in South and in Central America, he dug up the greatest physical evidence of the presence in the Africans in the New World that has so far been dug up.